Impact Wrestling is starting on Spike TV. We have two big reveals coming up. One, the Aces and Eights, the new VP of the Aces and Eights, and the last and final member of the main event Mafia. I have an idea who the Mafia member is, but I don't want to spoil it or ruin it for anybody. But I know people aren't going to see this until after the show, but I don't want to speculate and be wrong. So, I'm not going to say who I think it is. But there have been rumors as to who it is. But, also the new VP, like I said, of the Aces and Eights, plus Chris Sabin, catches in the X Division title if he chooses for a shot at Bully Ray and his world title. Plus, Bully says he has a special message for his wife, Brooke Hogan, who we found out last week has got engaged in real life, but they're using real life to help promote TNA or a storyline inside TNA. So he has a special message for her. But we also have the Joker's Wild tournament tonight for Bound for Glory series points. So let's get straight to Impact Wrestling live live on Spike TV. Let's get started. We kick off the action, the in-ring action tonight with a Joker's Wild tag team match, where it was basically like the old days of Battle Bowl, if anyone remembers, from WCW, where they randomly, in quotations, randomly choose four guys to be in a tag match. The first random team thrown together was Joseph Park and Jeff Hardy, and they went against the randomly thrown together, also drawn out team of Samoa Joe, the newest Mafia member, and the man that's now walking on the dark side, AJ Styles. The match went pretty short considering the guys that were in the match. From what I could see, it ended up with Samoa Joe locking in the real naked choke, the Nikita clutch on Joseph Park, and he tapped out really quickly. That means Samoa Joe and AJ Styles will now go into a 6-man battle royal main event for later tonight for 12 points, I believe it is, in the Bound for Glory series. We will continue to have matches like this during the show tonight, and the winning teams will join Styles and Joe in that battle royal. But we still got more to come, so let's get back to the show. We come back to Impact Wrestling, and we see Tna Terrell in the back stretching, getting ready for her ladder match. First ever knockout ladder match I can remember. If somebody remembers, another one tell me. But first one I can remember in Impact Wrestling, between Taryn and Gail Kim, coming up later tonight. But then we go back to the ring for the second Joker's Wild tag team match. Jay Bradley teaming with Hernandez against the only member of the Aces and Eights in the tournament, in the Bound for Glory series, Mr. Anderson, and one of the two, the other member of the main event Mafia in the series, besides Samoa Joe. Magnus teams with Anderson against Hernandez and Jay Bradley. Anderson did absolutely nothing in the match. He stood on the apron the whole time, and every time Magnus went to try to tag him in, he acted like he had something in his eye. He had something in his eye or something, and Taz was cheering him on like he was the greatest thing since sliced bread, which I thought was hilarious. But then, a little miscommunication between Jay Bradley and Hernandez ends up allowing Magnus to roll up Hernandez for the win. Magnus and Anderson now both advance to the gauntlet at the end of the show tonight. After the match, Anderson and Taz both acted like Anderson did everything in the match when he actually did nothing, and I thought it was hilarious again. But then they announced that they was still waiting for the final member of the main event Mafia to be revealed tonight, which I have a feeling I know who it is. And plus, like I said, the gauntlet is coming up in the main event. So let's get back to the Impact Wrestling. The last Joker's Wild match is underway. It's by process elimination. It ends up being the 4 men in the match end up being the Dirty Heels and Bad Influence, but in a little bit of a twist, it ends up being Daniels and Daniels and Aries against Rude and Kazarian. It seems like it's going pretty good. I kind of like where this is going. I think it could end up being, even though Aries and Rude said before the match that they didn't like they didn't like Kazarian and Daniels. I still think that my prediction could come true eventually. Well, the Dirty Heels, Rude and Aries, will somehow end up being in a team or in a faction with, or an alliance with Kazarian and Daniels. Bad Influence. Hashtag Dirty Influence. Get it trending. Send it to Dixie Carter. I don't know. You want the Dirty Heels, Bad Influence, Dirty Influence to join forces. But we're in the middle of a tremendous match. 4 big up-and-comers. I was gonna say young, but Christopher Daniels is like in his 40s now. So, 4 big up-and-comers in TNA Wrestling. Well, I can't wait to see how this turns out. So let's get back to the match. Robert Roode and Kazarian advance to the Battle Royal later tonight. As Kazarian gets poked in the eye or something like that, and mistakenly rolls up Christopher Daniels, his normal tag team partner, but he was not his partner tonight. But he rolls up Daniels, gets the 1, 2, 3. Rude, Kazarian move on to the Battle Royal, which they said is next, but I'm not sure if that's really true. But they move on to the 6-man gauntlet battle royal coming up, where the winning man will get 12 points in the PFG series. But still to come, the Knockouts ladder match. Plus, the Bully Ray just said that Taz was being called to the back to vote, to give his vote on who should be the new VP of the knockout of the new VP of Aces and Eights. Plus, like I said, the knockout ladder match is coming up. Plus, the newest member, the final member of the main event Mafia, the new main event Mafia, will be revealed. Still to come. We got another hour and some change left, so let's get back. We are in the middle of another classic women's match between Taryn and Gail Kim. This time the ladder in play. These girls are taking bumps that I've always seen guys take. Taryn took a drop toe hold straight into the side of the ladder. Straight into the one of the legs of the ladder. When it was laying on its side, I guess the ropes face first straight into it. It looked nasty, especially for a female taking it. No disrespect to the females, but I've always seen guys take this kind of punishment. But it's another classic match from TNA Knockouts. Just wish that the divas on WWE were given the opportunity and had the ability to do these kind of matches. The few in WWE that can do it, but they're not really given the opportunity. But enough about WWE. Let's get back to TNA Wrestling Impact. The number one contenders ladder match for the Knockouts title is on the way. It's underway, and plus we have the Knockouts champion Mickie James sitting ringside watching. So let's get back to Impact Wrestling. Tremendous match by Gail Kim and Taya Doyle. Gail Kim finds a very ingenious way of winning by tying Taya's hair to the middle rope, giving her time to climb the ladder and retrieve the contract, giving her the number one contender spot against Mickie James somewhere down the road. But we still got Main Event Mafia's final member to be revealed. I have an idea who it is. Sting was just talking to him on the phone, so it should be coming up soon. But we still got more Impact to come. The Gauntlet. And and I forgot to say that they did vote on the newest Mafia. The new Aces and Eights VP is Anderson by majority vote. It was between Anderson and Doc. And Anderson got the majority of the votes. Anderson is your new VP of the Aces and Eights. But the newest member, the final member of the Main Event Mafia will be revealed probably at the end of the show. So let's get back to Impact Wrestling. We're in the middle of the gauntlet for the gold for the 25 points in the Bound for Glory series. Samoa Joe, Magnus, I don't know if Magnus is coming in yet, but Samoa Joe, Kazarian, and a couple others have come in already. It's sort of a mini version of the Royal Rumble. 4 guys have already come in. Styles and one other guy's come in. I can't remember who it was. But 4 have come in so far. There's only 2 left. Probably Wood and I think Anderson. Anderson hasn't come out yet. But who's gonna win the 25 points? Who's the newest Mafia member? Well, we're about to find out. But let's get back to the gauntlet. Magnus picks up another 12 points, giving him 49 points in the BFG series. With a stunning win over Bobby Roode as the last 2 members of the gauntlet. He rolled him up for a quick win. That puts Magnus even further in the lead than he was to start with. And possibly the odds-on favorite to challenge for the World Championship at Bound for Glory. He is also a member of the Main Event Mafia, so that puts the Mafia in control going forward in the BFG series. They also have Samoa Joe in the series for the Mafia. But coming up next, the X Division champion, Chris Sabin, has a decision to make whether or not he will cash in the X Division championship for a shot at the World Champion Bully and the World Championship next week at the Destination X special version of TNA Impact. Plus the new member of the Main Event Mafia, which I believe I know who it is, but I don't want to speculate before I see it. It's coming up next, so let's get back to the end of Impact Wrestling. Kazarian comes out to give up the X Division Championship for the world title match next week. Bully Wayne tries to tell him not to risk getting a beating again by Bully Wayne. Saban then brings up the facts that when he and Alex Shelley rattled the Team 3D, it was him that kicked out of the 3D from Bully and Devon, and it was also him and Bully to make Team 3D split up in that match, and he decides to catch in the X Division Championship for his title match at next week's show. That is being dubbed Destination X. Bully then calls out the Aces and Eights, but before they can get to the ring, Sting leads out the main event Mafia, the new main event Mafia, on the ramp. They say that Sting says that next week they will be they will be watching next week just like they did last week to make sure that the Aces and Eights do not get involved in the main event match, the title match. It will be and watching the ring will be Sting, Magnus, Joe, Angle, and our newest Mafia member, the Heavy Hitter, Sting called him. The man that I already knew because there was spoilers on the internet that everybody was saying it was gonna be Quentin Rampage Jackson is the final member of the main event Mafia. He will be joining them next week as they watch to make sure the Aces and Eights do not get involved in the main event match. Pretty good impact for tonight. Can't wait for Destination X next week. The special Destination X version of Impact Wrestling next week. Will Saban be able to win the world title? What will Rampage Jackson's will be in the main event Mafia? We'll have to wait to find out. But I'll see you tomorrow for SmackDown and Monday for Raw. Next week for Impact. Subscribe, like, comment, do what you do, and I'll see you tomorrow night, Monday and Thursday night. See.